Hi, how are you doing? This is Ben Fisher. I'm with the hostingnews.com, and we have today with us a very special guest. This is Sam Renkema from SpamExperts. They are a spam and virus control company. It's a SaaS-based solution, which means software as a service. They can also do a local-based install, so it's all software. It's not hardware. Tell us a little bit about SpamExperts, and more importantly, how did you even come up with SpamExperts in the first place?
I started the company nearly 10 years ago now. 2005 we got incorporated, and 2007 we basically had the very basics of our product line as we know it today, to really focus on the niche market of hosting providers and service providers in general, and really started to tailor our product offering to the needs of this market. And from there, it has been actually going pretty fast for us. So year after year, we've experienced a very rapid growth, leading also to last year that we were ranked in the fastest growing companies in Europe, Middle East, Africa region. Something is going well for us, and I think our clients like what we do.
Why did you choose the hosting market in the first place?
Andreas, our CTO, he had two smaller hosting companies when he was in high school. So he knew that market a little bit. So our service providers that we were talking to, they said, you know what, we have the hardware laying around anyways. Why don't you guys do an installation of your technology on our hardware, where you guys manage the software side and they make sure the hardware keeps up and running? And then we started analyzing the market a little bit further and saw that there was a trend starting that hosting providers were looking to add additional services, because traditional pure hosting was kind of a commodity. There was a lot of competition in the market and people were looking to differentiate. Plus that the end clients obviously were looking at hosting companies more as their one-stop shop, where they wouldn't only get their domain and the hosting, but also the SSL and the email security and I don't know, e-commerce, etc. We saw an opportunity there to really deliver a product where they could either clean up the infrastructure, save costs, etc., or on the other hand, build new revenue out of a professional email security solution. Our client base at the moment is spread out of, I think the last statistics I saw, 62 countries worldwide, consisting out of thousands of service providers, including larger names of the endurance group, for instance, like Bluehost, or in the UK, we got Namecheap, or in Asian Pacific market, we're dealing with the larger hosting and service providers. So yeah, our client base is really spread out over the world. We got really fortunate with the growth that we have seen.
I know you're going to be going after the ISP and telco market, but you want to expand a little bit on that.
We've experienced more and more demand out of the ISP and telco market. Also partly maybe because of our integration options with, for instance, Open Exchange and companies like that have a bigger footprint in that market already. Yeah, so basically it makes sense because our services perfectly fit to this segment of the service provider market as well. Earlier this year we were at the Microsoft Hosting Summit, and we saw that there's a lot of distributors and IT resellers still in the market that are looking for a competitive email security solution. We feel that we have again a very nice competitive product for these IT resellers at a different price point, and are excited to start competing in this market as well.
There's a real benefit to the end user, because the end user at the end of the day are getting great spam, virus, and archiving type of protection from their web host. Let's talk a little bit about the outgoing filtering product that you have as well.
Very neat product, which will obviously help service providers protecting their IPs from getting blacklisted by filtering out the spam and viruses. At the same time, the system will generate reporting options to basically make it transparent for the service provider which accounts in the network are causing the abuse. So it's very easy for the service provider to go in and lock down individual users that got hacked and are sending out spam unknowingly or knowingly. Our systems will then filter out the spam and viruses out of the email, generate reports for indicating where that abuse came from. But then the new thing that we're developing is that within this massive mail flow, where no user is directly authenticating with our system, right? The service provider is just sending all of their mail to us. Our technologies will be able to automatically identify individual users and apply different sets of technologies, or start auto-locking users where we see that spam is coming from. and that's really cool functionality. It's a bit nerdy, but the biggest benefit is that for the end consumer, they're secure that their email will always arrive where it's supposed to arrive.